Hey, 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 welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back to Read and Learn with T. Marie. You know, that's me. And I'm back with another reading of the Holy Bible this morning, Holy Bible. And continuing on with the third book of Moses called Leviticus. And continuing on with chapter 7. Okay. I was wondering something. I was actually wondering why they name these titles the way they do, like Leviticus, okay? And I guess I should just look this up on my own, but I wonder if this has anything to do with Levi, you know, because Levi is in the name Leviticus, isn't it? I guess I can look that up and find that out myself, but it kind of just dawned on me as I was setting up here. I'm like, what does Leviticus mean? I'm actually gonna look that up while I have my phone right here. I usually don't have my phone here while I'm doing these readings, but since I have it here, what does Leviticus mean? Leviticus is the third book of the Torah and the Christian Old Testament. Its name derives from the Latin Leviticus and Greek Luticon, meaning pertaining to the Levites. Right, look at me. I knew it had to do with something with Levi and then that's and the Levites. Yeah, yeah. The Levites were the ancient Israelite tribe of priests responsible for managing the tabernacle, leading worship, and teaching the law. Man, I'm good. This is good. All right. Knew it. I knew it. Awesome. I got pat myself on the back for that one. All right. Anywho. Last chapters I read chapters 5 and 6 last video, and there's not really much to recap on those because it was pretty much just going over the laws again, going over the sacrificial laws, what to do, the burnt offerings, peace offerings, sin offerings. We've kind of been talking about all of these offerings for maybe like the past maybe 4 or 5 chapters now. So they're pretty much just laying down the detailed laws of everything. So I'm not going to go too much into that. Okay, we all know what it is, right? So I hope everybody is having a good day today. Woke up centered, grounded, peaceful, blessed, thankful, grateful, and whatever time frame it is, morning, afternoon, night. I hope that it's a great time for you. Okay, you deserve it. All right, so let's go ahead and continue on. Let's see. I'm just gonna read. I'm not in a rush today. So let's see. Chapter 7. Chapter 7. Hmm. Likewise, this is the law of the trespass offering. It is most holy. In the place where they kill the burnt offering, shall they kill the trespass offering, and the blood thereof shall he sprinkle round about upon the altar. I know one of those something I read earlier in the chapters where if they touch unclean stuff or something like that, I really didn't get too much knowledge into that. I'll have to come back to that later. I should have recapped that to know exactly what they were talking about. But that's one of the bottom line, that's one of the sins, okay? When you had to do the offerings. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me just start over. In chapter 7, likewise, this is the law of the trespass offering. It is most holy. In the place where they kill the burnt offering, shall they kill the trespass offering, and the blood thereof shall he sprinkle round about upon the altar. And he shall offer it all the fat thereof, the rump, and the fat that covereth the inwards, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is on them, which is by the flanks, and the caul that is above the liver with the kidneys, and it shall be taken away. And the priest shall burn them upon the altar for an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a trespass offering. Every male among the priests shall eat thereof. It shall be eaten in the holy place. It is most holy. That's another thing I was wondering. I asked in the last video, like, what are the women eating? All of this is just for the men. I guess that's why today, like, eating meat is like considered like a super manly thing, right? Guys, hold on just a second. My lips are dry. I need some chapstick. Hold on. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm just like wondering, like, how come the women can't eat no meat? I guess the women and the little girls, they were just outside eating on some plant, huh? And apples and stuff, whatever that was outside. The men said you can't sit with us. So yeah, that's why it's such a manly thing to eat such a big steak today, right? Because back in these days, it was just meat for men and just little rabbit food for women. I also I was looking up like who is the author, like who's the author of the Bible, who wrote the Bible, and it's just like a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of people contributed to the writing of the Bible. And I wonder, like, were there any women involved in the writing of this book? They said it's over 40 different human authors over approximately 1,500 years, So that's interesting to know. That's interesting to know. But anyway, let me put this phone away because I get distracted with Google a lot. So yeah, the women weren't eating. They weren't eating no meat. Anyway, let's continue on. Verse 7. As the sin offering is, so is the trespass offering. There is one law for them. The priest that maketh atonement therewith shall have it. And the priest that offereth any man's burnt offering, even the priest shall have to himself the skin of the burnt offering which he hath offered. And all the meat offering that is baken in the oven, and all that is dressed in the frying pan, and in the pan shall be the priest that offered it. And every meat offering mingled with oil and dry shall all the sons of Aaron have, one as much as another. And this is the law of the sacrifice of peace offerings, which he shall offer unto the Lord. If he offer it for thanksgiving, then he shall offer it with the sacrifice of thanksgiving, unleavened cakes mingled with oil, and unleavened wafers anointed with oil, and cakes mingled with oil of fine flour, fried. Besides the cakes, he shall offer for his offering leavened bread with the sacrifice of thanksgiving of his peace offerings. And of it he shall offer one out of the whole oblation for a heave offering unto the Lord, and it shall be the priest that sprinkleth the blood of the peace offerings. And the flesh of the sacrifice of his peace offerings for thanksgiving shall be eaten the same day that it is offered. He shall not leave any of it until the morning. But if the sacrifice of his offerings be a vow or a voluntary offering, it shall be eaten the same day that he offered his sacrifice. And on the morrow also the remainder of it shall be eaten. But the remainder of the flesh of the sacrifice on the third day shall be burnt with fire. And if any of the flesh of the sacrifice of his peace offerings be eaten at all on the third day, it shall not be accepted, neither shall it be imputed unto him that offered it. It shall be an abomination, and the soul that eateth of it shall bear his iniquity. And the flesh that toucheth any unclean thing shall not be eaten, it shall be burnt with fire. And as for the flesh, all that be clean shall eat thereof. But the soul that eateth of the flesh of the sacrifice of peace offerings that pertain unto the Lord, having his uncleanness upon him, even that soul shall be cut off from his people. Moreover, the soul that shall touch any unclean thing, as the uncleanness of man, or any unclean beast, or any abominable unclean thing, and eat of the flesh of the sacrifice of peace offerings, which pertain unto the Lord, even that soul shall be cut off from its people. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, Ye shall eat no manner of fat of ox or of sheep or of goat, and the fat of the beast that dieth of itself, and the fat of that which is torn with beasts may be used in any other use, but ye shall not wise eat of it. For whosoever eateth the fat of the beast, of which men offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, even the soul that eateth shall be cut off from his people. Moreover, ye shall eat no manner of blood, whether it be of fowl or of beast, or any of your dwellings. Whatsoever soul it be that eateth any manner of blood, even that soul shall be cut off from his people. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, He that offered the sacrifice of his peace offerings unto the Lord shall bring his oblation unto the Lord of the sacrifice of his peace offering. His own hand shall bring the offerings of the Lord made by fire, the fat with the beast, it shall he bring that the beast may be waved for a wave offering before the Lord. And the priest shall burn the fat upon the altar. Let me repeat that. And the priest shall burn the fat upon the altar, but the breast shall be Aaron's and his sons. And the right shoulder shall ye give unto the priest for a heave offering of the sacrifices of your peace offerings. He among the sons of Aaron that offer the blood of the peace offerings and the fat shall have the right shoulder for his part. For the wave breast and the heave shoulder have I taken of the children of Israel from the sacrifices of their peace offerings, and have given them unto Aaron the priest and unto his sons by a statute forever from among the children of Israel. This is the portion of the anointing of Aaron and of the anointing of his sons out of the offerings of the Lord made by fire in the day when he presented them to minister unto the Lord in the priest's office, which the Lord commanded to be given them of the children of Israel in the day that he anointed them by a statute forever throughout their generations. This is the law of the burnt offering, of a meat offering, and of the sin offering, and of the trespass offering, and of the consecration, and of the sacrifice of the peace offerings, which the Lord commanded Moses to Mount Sinai in the day that he commanded the children of Israel to offer their oblations unto the Lord in the wilderness of Sinai. Okay, that's chapter 7. Yeah, it's pretty much, the same things for me. I don't feel like I'm reading anything different. This is just reiterating everything, in my opinion. I could be missing something, I could be wrong. Please let me know by all means. But I really just feel like they're just repeating themselves for good reasoning, I guess, Not I guess. I see what they're doing. They're just embedding it in us of what's going on. I respect that. Chapter 8. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Take Aaron and his sons with him, and the garments, and the anointing oil, and the bullock for the sin offering, the 2 rams, and the basket of unleavened bread, and gather thou all the congregations together unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And Moses did as the Lord commanded him, and the assembly was gathered together unto the door of the tabernacle and the congregation. And Moses said unto the congregation, That is the thing which the Lord commanded to be done. And Moses brought Aaron and his sons and washed them with water. And he put upon him the coat, and girded him with a girdle, and clothed him with a robe, and put the ephod upon him. And he girded him with the curious girdle of the ephod, and bound it unto him therewith. And he put the breastplate upon him. Also he put in the breastplate the Urim and the Thummim. I'm saying that fast 5 times. And he put the mitre upon his head. Also upon the mitre, even upon his forefront, did he put the golden plate, the holy crown, as the Lord commanded Moses. And Moses took the anointing oil, and anointed the tabernacle and all that is therein, and sanctified it. sanctified them. And he sprinkled thereof upon the altar 7 times, and anointed the altar and all his vessels, both the laver and his foot, to sanctify them. And he poured of the anointing oil upon Aaron's head, and anointed him to sanctify him. And Moses brought Aaron's sons, and put coats upon them, and girded them with girdles, and put bonnets upon them, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he brought the bullock for the sin offering, and Aaron and his sons laid their hands upon the head of the bullock for the sin offering. And he slew it, and Moses took the blood and put it upon the horns of the altar round about with his finger, and purified the altar, and poured the blood at the bottom of the altar, and sanctified it, to make reconciliation upon it. And he took all the fat that was upon the inwards, and the caul above the liver, and the 2 kidneys and their fat, and Moses burned it upon the altar. But the bullock and his hide, I'm sorry, but the bullock and his hide, his flesh and his dung, he burnt with fire without the camp, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he brought the ram for the burnt offering, and Aaron and his sons laid their hands upon the head of the ram. And he killed it, and Moses sprinkled the blood upon the altar round about. And he cut the ram into pieces, and Moses burnt the head and the pieces and the fat. I'll be so glad when we're done with these readings here about killing all these animals. We went from circumcision to slaying animals. Please, Louise. All right, and he washed the inwards and the legs in the water, and Moses burnt the whole ram upon the altar. It was a burnt sacrifice for a sweet savor, and an offering made by fire unto the Lord, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he brought the other ram, the ram of consecration, and Aaron and his sons laid their hands upon the head of the ram, and he slew it. And Moses took of the blood of it, and put it upon the tip of Aaron's right ear, and upon the thumb of his right hand, and upon the great toe of his right foot. And he brought Aaron's sons, and Moses put the blood upon the tip of their right ear, and upon the thumbs of their right hands, and upon the great toes of their right feet. And Moses sprinkled the blood upon the altar round about. I wonder if they did they do this in silence, or did they have like some music playing in the background? Like, did they make a dancing ritual out of this? I just wonder. I don't know why I wonder that, but I just do. I just having that visual in my head, I just wonder if there was like something playing in the background. What was the soundtrack? What was the soundtrack to that slaying? I wonder. Anyway, and he took the fat and the rub and all the fat that was upon the inwards and the caul above the liver and the 2 kidneys and their fat and the right shoulder. And out of the basket of unleavened bread that was before the Lord, he took 1 unleavened cake and a cake of oiled bread and 1 wafer, and put them on the fat and upon the right shoulder. And he put all upon Aaron's hands and upon his sons' hands, and waved them for a wave offering before the Lord. And Moses took them from off their hands and burnt them on the altar upon the burnt offering. They were consecrations for a sweet savor. It is an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And Moses took the breast and waved it for a wave offering before the Lord. For of the ram of consecration, it was Moses' part, as the Lord commanded Moses. And Moses took of the anointing oil and of the blood which was upon the altar, and sprinkled it upon Aaron and upon his garments, and upon his sons and upon his sons' garments with him, and sanctified Aaron and his garments, and his sons and his sons' garments with him. And Moses said unto Aaron and to his sons, boil the flesh at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and there eat it with the bread that is in the basket of consecrations, as I commanded, saying, Aaron and his sons shall eat it. And that which remaineth of the flesh and of the bread shall ye burn with fire. And ye shall not go out of the door of the tabernacle of the congregation in 7 days, until the days of your consecration be at the end. For 7 days shall he consecrate you. Pause real quick. I actually am kind of glad that this is my first time reading the Bible as an adult. I really feel like if I read these things as a child, I think I'd be a little scared, little bunny. These are some scary things that they got going on here. Not really scary, but I mean, yeah, it is scary. Yes, it's kind of scary. But it's all for purpose. There's meaning to all of this. But I think me, like knowing the type of kid that I was scared of everything and named mama. I was scared as a kid. Those that know me know that I was just a big old scaredy cat as a kid. And this would have traumatized me. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, anyway, sorry I got sidetracked. As he hath done this day, so the Lord hath commanded to do, to make an atonement for you. Therefore shall ye abide at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation day and night, 7 days, and keep the charge of the Lord, that ye die not. For so I am commanded. So Aaron and his sons did all things which the Lord commanded by the hand of Moses. All right, that's chapter 8. That's chapter 8. Okay. So yeah, like I said, we're just doing a recap of what we read already. They're eating the rumps, they're eating the shoulders, they're eating the breasts. They eating good. And the poor women and little girls, they're just out there outside nibbling on some grass or something. Mm-mm-mm. Anywho, all right, chapter 9. This will be the last chapter for the video, okay? Chapter 9. And it came to pass on the 8th day that Moses called Aaron and his sons and the elders of Israel. And he said unto Aaron, take thee a young calf for a sin offering, and a ram for a burnt offering, without blemish, and offer them before the Lord. And unto the children of Israel thou shalt speak, saying, take ye a kid of the goats for a sin offering, and a calf and a lamb, both of the first year without blemish, for a burnt offering. And also a bullock and a ram for peace offerings to sacrifice before the Lord, and a meat offering mingled with oil, for today the Lord will appear unto you, excuse me. And they brought that which Moses commanded before the tabernacle of the congregation, and all the congregation drew near and stood before the Lord. And Moses said, this is the thing which the Lord commanded that ye should do, and the glory of the Lord shall appear unto you. And Moses said unto Aaron, go unto the altar and offer thy sin offering and thy burnt offering, and make an atonement for thyself, and for the people, and offer the offering of the people, and make an atonement for them, as the Lord commanded. Aaron therefore went unto an altar and slew the calf of the sin offering, which was for himself. So excuse me, pause. As I'm reading all of this, um, so did they sin? Is that why they're doing all this right now? Or I got some studying to do, I guess, because I'm under the impression that they only have to do these things when they sin. So have they sinned? Is this why they're having to do this right now? Or are we just getting like the instructions still? I'm a little lost on that, but God will catch me up. God will catch me up. Let's just continue on. Verse 9. And the sons of Aaron brought the blood unto him, and he dipped his finger in the blood and put it upon the horns of the altar and poured out the blood at the bottom of the altar. But the fat and the kidneys and the caul above the liver of the sin offering he burnt unto the altar, as the Lord commanded Moses. And the flesh and the hide be burnt. I'm sorry, and the flesh and the hide he burnt with fire without the camp. And he slew the burnt offering. And Aaron's sons presented unto him the blood, which he sprinkled round about upon the altar. I just feel like we're just repeating ourselves over and over again. And they presented the burnt offering unto him with the pieces thereof and the head, and he burnt them upon the altar. And he did wash the inwards of the legs and burnt them upon the burnt offering on the altar. And he brought the people's offering and took the goat, which was the sin offering for the people, and slew it, and offered it for sin as the first. And he brought the burnt offering and offered it according to the manner. And he brought the meat offering and took a handful thereof and burnt it upon the altar beside the burnt sacrifice of the morning. He slew also the bullock and the ram for a sacrifice of peace offering, which was for the people. And Aaron's sons presented unto him the blood, which he sprinkled upon the altar round about. And the fat of the bullock and of the ram, the rump, and that which covered the inwards, the kidneys, and the caul above the liver. And they put the fat upon the breasts, and he burnt the fat upon the altar. And the breasts and the right shoulder Aaron weighed for a wave offering before the Lord, as Moses commanded. And Aaron lifted up his hand toward the people and blessed them, and came down from the offering of the sin offering, of the burnt offering, and peace offerings. And Moses and Aaron went into the tabernacle of the congregation and came out and blessed the people, and the glory of the Lord appeared unto the people. So, okay, I guess that nobody sinned yet, but they had to do all of this first in order for the people to be blessed. Am I right? Or am I wrong? And there came a fire out from before the Lord, and consumed upon the altar the burnt offering and the fat, which when all the people saw, they shouted and fell on their faces. Oh gosh, I'm about to skip a page. And fell on their faces. Oh, that was the end. That was the end of chapter 9. One more chapter because I feel like we are moving on now. Let me just read one more chapter. One more chapter. All right, chapter 10. And Nadab and Abihu, the sons of Aaron, took either of them his censer and put fire therein, and put incense thereon, and offered strange fire before the Lord, which he commanded them not. And there went out fire from the Lord and devoured them, and they died before the Lord. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. So Nadab and Abihu, they just died? Those are Aaron's sons. Let me repeat that again. And Nadab and Abihu, the sons of Aaron, took either of them his censer, and put fire therein, and put incense thereon, and offered strange fire before the Lord, which he commanded them not. Okay. What was considered strange fire? Was it was there a scent that God didn't like? And he said, no, this stuff stinks. Y'all out of here. And they went out fire from the Lord and devoured them, and they died before the Lord. Oh my. Then Moses said unto Aaron, this is it that the Lord spake, saying, I will be sanctified in them that come nigh me. And before all the people I will be glorified. And Aaron held his peace. Oh man, so rest in peace to Aaron's sons. He just had to, I wonder if Aaron had to watch his sons die. Wow, and he held his peace. Hmm. And Moses called Mishael and Elzaphan, the sons of Uziel, the uncle of Aaron, and said unto them, come near, carry your brethren from before the sanctuary out of the camp. So they went near, and carrying them in their coats out of the camp, as Moses has said. And Moses said unto Aaron, and unto Eleazar, and unto Ithamar his sons, uncover not your heads, neither rend your clothes, lest ye die, and lest wrath come upon all the people, but let your brethren, the whole house of Israel, bewail the burning which the Lord hath kindled. And ye shall not go out from the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, lest ye die, for the anointing oil of the Lord is upon you. And they did according to the word of Moses. And the Lord spake unto Aaron, saying, do not drink wine nor strong drink, thou nor thy sons with thee, when ye go into the tabernacle of the congregation, lest ye die. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations. And that ye may put difference between the holy and unholy, and between unclean and clean. And that ye may teach the children of Israel all the statutes which the Lord hath spoken unto them by the hand of Moses. And Moses spake unto Aaron and unto Eleazar and unto Ithamar his sons that were left. Take the meat offering that remaineth of the offerings of the Lord made by the fire, and eat it without leaven beside the altar, for it is most holy. And ye shall eat it in the holy place, because it is thy due and thy son's due of the sacrifices of the Lord made by fire. For so I am commanded. And the wave, breast, and heave shoulders shall ye eat in a clean place, thou and thy sons and thy daughters with thee. Oh, the daughters are there, for they be thy due and thy sons' due, which are given out of the sacrifices of peace offerings of the children of Israel. And the heave shoulder and the wave breast shall they bring with the offerings made by fire of the fat, to wave it for a wave offering before the Lord, and it shall be thine and thy sons with thee by a statute forever, as the Lord hath commanded. And Moses diligently sought the goat of the sin offering, and behold, it was burnt. And he was angry with Eleazar and Ithamar, the sons of Aaron, which were left alive, saying, Wherefore have ye not eaten the sin offering in the holy place, seeing it is most holy, and God hath given it to you to bear the iniquity of the congregation, to make atonement for them before the Lord? Well, I mean, they just watched their brothers die. I don't think they have an appetite right now. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Okay, behold, the blood of it was not brought to within the holy place. Ye shall indeed have eaten it in the holy place, as I commanded. And Aaron said unto Moses, Behold, this day have they offered their sin offering and their burnt offering before the Lord, and such things have befallen me. And if I had eaten sin offering today, should it have been accepted in the sight of the Lord? And when Moses heard that, he was content. Gosh, I kind of want to read chapter 11, but I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop at chapter 11. I'm going to stop here. That's enough. It's because time is ticking here. But we're getting somewhere now. We're getting away from all the detailed slaying of the poor babies. I read on my on one of my videos, they have the little section where you can like ask AI, whatever. Even though I'm not a fan of AI at all, but I was just kind of curious on what it was going to say, and the AI thing was like, T Marie. T Marie continuously refers to the animals as poor babies. Like, yeah, you're right, because they are poor babies. Okay, that's the end of chapter 10. I'm stopping there, and that was that. Okay, Holy Bible reading. I hope you guys enjoyed those readings. If you do, please like, subscribe, share this video with a friend or a family member. Let me know what your insights are on the video, and I will do my best to like comment back on some of the people who comment on my videos. YouTube is so weird, because somebody will comment on the video, and then when I try to reply, it'll let me like the comment, but when I try to reply to the comment, it'll give me a big old error. It won't let me comment. I don't know. That's some weird YouTube stuff. I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully that's just temporary. I don't know what's up with that. But please know that I do read and take all of your insights seriously, and bring it to me for the next chapters that I read. I do read everything, even though it's not a lot, I'm grateful for the people who do come and listen and enjoy what they read, what they listen to, okay? And if this is your first time reading or listening to the Holy Bible, you are not alone. I'm a baby in this. I am a little baby crawling with this, okay? Like I said, I'm thankful that I waited to be a grown up to read this. I don't know how my little heart would have taken it if I read this like at the age of 7, 8, 9, I'd be having nightmares or something. But yeah, I will see you guys on the next video. You guys have a blessed, peaceful day, evening, afternoon, wherever, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace and love. Bye-bye.